Oh yeah, it's me again. On my own. I think I'm on my own tonight. I think so anyway. Lovely weather. Been shit, might have been shit today. So there's something wrong with my eyes, so I might have to wear my sunglasses. My eyes are killing me. So I might have to put a pair of shades on, unfortunately. I don't want to sit here and you might think, oh, he's a poser then. What's he like? Not like that. But have you noticed some pods, they always put headlines on, you know, Endo, going to such a body. We've signed such a body. It's all clickbait so that you go on. Just so that you go on. It's absolutely ridiculous. I could put loads up. I could actually put loads of headlines up saying, seen Mbappe seen in McDonald's in town. What I mean? That's how pathetic they are. That's how pathetic they are. Some of them. All as I want to talk about is who we hope to buy. That's all. And we get called for everything. You get called all negative. It's all right. I could sit here and go, yeah, if we get and he plays there, and the other fella, oh, wasn't he great? And I could say that. I could say that all night long. All night long. I could say that. Just get fed up with it. Good evening, Frank. Hope you're okay. Another day of sunshine. What's going on? I know. I've got to walk tomorrow morning. And I just said to the organiser there before, I said, it's going to be great weather. She said, yeah. Because I don't like rain. I don't like to see people walking about in rain. I like them to enjoy themselves. I like it to be dry. So I've got this walk tomorrow. Should be good. Really should. And Yusuf, did you watch last night, Frank? Frank stayed up. I couldn't get a stream. Yusuf, I couldn't get a stream. So I watched the highlights and everything else with it. But I was watching, there was one thing, a stream came on. And it has a big thing in the middle, the screen. I was like, what's that all about? So you really couldn't watch it. So unfortunately, I didn't watch it. I've just gone on reports. I seen the Mo Salah goal, seen the highlights and the goals. The Carvalho goal and the Mo Salah one. Absolutely brilliant. Mo Salah's goal was a cracker. Great ball by young Elliott. Cracking ball, that. But I'm made up. And then again, you're getting the negativity of some journals saying, well, they never played the full side. Neither did we. Our spine was, there's only Mo Salah, the spine, out of the spine that played last night. The three others didn't play, or four others. That's McAllister. That's Trent. That's Virgil. That's Allison. They didn't play. They didn't play. So, but, having said that, great win, don't get me wrong, it was great. It was absolutely wonderful to beat them 2-1. It really was. And their goal was a bit of a fluke anyway. But what you've got to bear in mind is that we still need a couple of their players. We still need a number 6. We still need a number 6. As I said, I only watched the headlines, the highlights. And what I seen was Enzo getting booked again. Now, if he's our number 6 all through the season, I think he'll get sent off in games and miss games. This is why we need a number 6. We desperately need a number 6. That's what, I hope you'd agree with me. And even Frank, I'm enjoying this slop ball. Slop ball. That's good. Youssef, Arsenal had more experienced side than us. Exactly. But as I said, Youssef, you're getting people saying, they only had we never played at full strength. Arsenal side, we weren't at full strength either. We weren't at full strength. And they're all the positives. The young kids are great. Kwanzaa, and even Sepp van der Beek. But, you've got to take the reality of the Premiership in. You've got to take it in. And it's going to be tough. As I said, there's... when I was watching the build-up live, and I seen that Calafiori, I wanted it. I wanted Calafiori. When I seen him on the Arsenal bench, we should have got it. We should have gone in and got it. I said that on this show. I said it. And that's the sad indictment. We didn't. And that's what I mean. That, our rivals, main rivals, are buying and strengthening. Even the people below us, the teams below us, they're strengthening too. So we're just sitting back at the moment. I just hope it's not another Arthur Mello scenario or an Endo scenario. We need quality. Really quality. There was a post on this morning I was watching, and I was looking at it, and I was thinking, one person said that we need decent players. I had a comment. I said, we don't want decent players. We want quality players. That's what we want. Quality. It's no use where Enzo's a decent player. Put it that way. And we got him. We bought him at the beginning of last season. Right? And he's a decent player. But there are better out there than him. And he's even admitted that. So, I don't want decent players. I want quality, top quality players. That's what I want. Quality players like McAllister, like Virgil, like Allison, like Trent, like Sally, like them all. That's what you call quality players, not half decent players. Paul Turner. I hope you have a great day tomorrow, Frank. I'm sure it will be fantastic. Yeah, people are looking so forward to it. I'll be showing them things that they never have a clue, or haven't had a clue, albeit that the Scousers, I'll be showing them things and they go, wow, I didn't know that. If you know what I mean. Youssef, we looked more solid defensively based on the last 2 games under the slot. And Lee Carson says, Arsenal got a slot slap. 2 wins from 2. Not bad. It'll do me. Let's go, Frank says, stay, you never walk alone. Yes. Let's talk football. Let's talk about the next game, Man United. Oh, there's a game to have a look at. It'll be great if it'll be 3 out of 3. Put us in good stead, wouldn't it, really? West Ham want Gomez. West Ham want Gomez. Endo. We should ask for kudos in the deal, says Steve. What do you think, people? What do you think? You know what? Do you think Joe? You're talking, obviously, you're talking about Joe Gomez. I wouldn't get rid of Gomez, being honest. I'll tell you for why. Gomez is the most versatile out of all Liverpool players to play anywhere in that back line. That's why Tottenham went after him last year, remember? Tottenham went after him. And he still will, says Joe. But I can imagine him now where all the point was that he was, going to go to Newcastle in a swap deal plus cash for Gordon. Could you imagine how he felt? Could you imagine that? What must have felt? Don't want me. But I like Joe. He's got a head on his shoulders. And he's cool with it. He's cool with it. He just gets on with his job. He just gets on with the game. If he's dropped, he's dropped. If he plays, he plays. That's Joe. But I keep him just as backup. That's me. That's me. If FSG sting us again on transfer cash, I'll be pissed off. Incandescent, yes. And apoplectic, yes. If they screw us on number 6 on it. Do you know what them? Do you know what their terminologies mean? They never went to school, you know. So never went to school, you know. Always bunked up. But yeah, I agree with you there, mate. I agree with you. If they screw us on a number 6 and a centre back to replace Meta, yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. Anfield Road. Good evening, Frank and chat. Look at all. I could do it then. I could do them tomorrow, you know what I mean? After this walk I'm doing. After this walk. Be fun. And I'll be coming straight home. I won't be going to the pub. Do you know what? It's shocking, you know, because I can't get back into Facebook, you know, because I got hacked, and it's terrible trying to get back in. It really is. You want verification all the time. I'm giving them if you know what I mean. And still not letting me in. Still not letting me in. Point is, people message me, and I give talks, you know, historical talks. I'm not talking about football or anything. And go to these places, and the only way they can get hold of me, it's all on my phone number for some reason or email, and the only way to get hold of me is through Messenger. Can't even get on that. Now, I've got a talk next Monday, and the lady, you know, got hold of me and said, "Listen, Frank, are you still coming?" I said, "Yeah," because she knew what happened. Point is, she had my number. She texted me and spoke to me. You see what I mean? So it's really annoying, unfortunately. Really annoying, these fucking people. Alexander Delos. Love that. Hey, Alexander. Hey. Big up our Arsenal trying to win a league with those forwards. Bob. Good to see you. Steve, I agree with you, Frank. We need more quality players. We don't need decent players. Thank you. We have decent already. Bradley, Elliott, Jones, Cavallo. Exactly. We don't want more. We want quality. That is the red bird. When Trent, BVD, and Mo sign a new contract, they will be our new signing. Do you know what? That's been said, you know. And they could leave it until the last day to say, look what we've done. But no one's fallen for that anymore, to be honest, Redbird. There's no one. I've never fell for this anyway. Never, ever, ever. Because that has been in the past as well. Like a new signing. They come out and say it like a new signing. No, it's fucking not. Not like a new signing at all. He was already our player. Nothing can be like a new signing if he's already our player and been playing for years. Stupid. People, you know, they must think that we're stupid. And we're not. But you're right there, Redbird. That would come out, being honest. Daryl Merry, your picture looks like most wanted. Looks like the most wanted. Evening, Frankie. Lopez, what a name. Chat. And the Anfield Road. I'm pleased with Arnie's start. Looks like he knows what he's doing. And also the big differences is fullbacks actually helping in defence, and we're playing through the middle of the pitch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a terrible noise coming from you there, JK.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you know what it's like? Do you know someone who's drinking through a straw and they're going, you know, at the bottom it's going, that's what it sounds like. And Lee replies to Gerald, I'm on the run. Steve, Palace sell Wharton. They will try and sign Jones as his replacement. Sell for 35 million. Or still the same, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right now. Oh, he's gone on. Harvey Elliott, sensational last night. So was Mo. Looked like him as old self. Quansah is just ridiculously brilliant. Yes. And the outfield also says Daryl Merry Elliott is a number 10. Superb. And Gomez is not happy. FSG trying to sell him to Newcastle, says Steve. Gomez wants to return home to London. It's like Endo, and I keep saying this. Endo, the back end of last season. Yeah, that's better, Lee. FJ, sorry.
Okay, sorted.
That's better. Anyway, Enzo wanted to go back to Germany. He said he was homesick at the back end of last season, if anybody remembers. Daryl the Merry says, Merry Daryl says, I'd be selling Jones if we were offered wanting. Don't get rid of Scousers. Gordon, don't make me laugh. Gordon is about as much a Liverpool player as Daffy Duck is. Wharton says down.
Like for me, Curtis Jones, he needs to, this season coming up, to be very much involved and stuff. Oh, we've always got a soft spot for Jones because he's a Scouser, you know. So we give him a bit of a leeway and stuff. But I just feel he's been at the club so long. It's about time he sort of really got on with his career, you know. That's all we want.
I said before, Jay, that someone on some. I watched this fella, and he's good. But a comment came up saying, I hope he signs decent players. And I commented and I said, I don't want decent players. I want quality players.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need any more decent players. We want quality. As I said, the likes of Endo, he's decent and we got him. But he's not a top quality player. He's not a top quality number 6. That's in my opinion. And other people, it's not just me, I'm not being the big I am and going, oh yeah, yeah. No. Judge Red, the only thing with Gomez is he's not a great fullback, doesn't get to the byline like Bradley, Trent and Robbo, says the judge.
Mm-hmm.
Good judgment, that judge. Good judgment. The Redbird, don't start to dissing on Endo. He did better than most people will admit. We all know what we need. We all know what we need, but I'd be happy for Endo to. Yet no one's saying that though, Redbird. No one's saying that. About getting rid of him and all this. I'd like him to stay. And he would be a great squad player. Like Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is a good squad player. And Endo, yeah. But a top quality number 6, this is a priority. This is me. Would you say that as well, JK, about getting in a top quality number 6?
It's been my dream for years, Frank. You know that.
Yep, exactly.
Just the one spot that we never seemed to, like Fabinho came in, but before that, like we had Ronaldo, Endo. Well, before Fabinho, there's not really a DM. Like Fabinho was the one and only DM we had for years. Yeah. So for me, that's how important. I always go back to the Rodri thing. Take Rodri out of Man City, they're Bournemouth. I'm telling you, they're beatable, so that's how valuable a number 6 is to a top team.
I'd love a Rodri type player, to be honest, in that team.
Yeah.
Be great. He would be great. And again, about this Gordon lad, we don't need a forward. We don't need them. Look at their slot. Not slot. That's it. Last night, just wellied one, didn't he? At the post was unlucky.
Mm-hmm.
And when they start, gelling again, they'll be scoring goals. We'll always score. Tighten our defence, as someone said, our defence looked more solid. And just get a number 6. And we'd be more solid. That's a word, solid.
Solid. That's a new word for the dictionary, that one.
Scouse word, solid. All right.
He's solid, he is.
Steve, Jones is not a DM. We need to end this project. Yes, Steve, we do.
Yeah, man.
You're spot on, lad. You're spot on. Lee Castle says, Inveterate prowler of city libraries as a schoolboy reading the Asterix books and eating polos.
Polos, remember that?
Yeah.
Refreshers, remember refreshers?
Yeah.
They're multicolored ones, they were mad, they were.
I don't think you'd ever remember these, but Old English Spangles.
Uh-huh.
because they were all different types. They came in a black packet.
Okay.
Spangled. They were delicious. Used to always get a packet of them. Anfield Road, glaring area. I thought we looked light in quality as a backup for Salah. We still need a pacer winger. But we're not good. To be honest, Anfield Road, you know, there's no way we're going to get 4 players in. There's no way. Honestly. Unless you want Gordon in. You know, he's pacey. He's a pacey lad.
See, the thing, I heard a lot of sort of, I wouldn't say hate towards Gordon. I have no problem with Gordon because he was a Liverpool lad before he left us. Like, he supported Liverpool, and you could just tell he's dying to play for Liverpool again. You know, you can offer him any team in the world, he'll come to Liverpool, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I want them type of players, if you know what I mean. Like, the fee is sort of putting a lot of people off. But at the end of the day, we know the owners don't spend anyway. So for me, who cares about the money? I'm at that point now with the owners. So for me, if we're going to spend 100 on Gordon, so be it. You know, because at the end of the day, we seen last season, we had Gapco and Diaz, the only 2 guys fit up top. You know, and we had to fill the other hole in with, say, Elliott, Sabotsalai, someone from midfield, you know. So this season we've got Champions League as well. So it's going to be even more sort of tougher with more games in that as well. So I have no problem with Gordon playing for Liverpool. Yeah, he played for Everton because that was his probably only sort of option he had as a kid. You know, he was a kid when he went to Everton.
Yeah, but he was here, wasn't he? He was at Anfield, and he got shut. Went to Everton, took up the mantle, and played well. Got transferred to Newcastle, played well for them. But when you look at stats, every 4 games, well, say like Lucho, for example, every 4 games he scores a goal. The stats on Gordon is every 5 games and a goal. And this is what people are saying, get rid of, you know, if he came, you get rid of Diaz. That's what I'm saying. Steve says, if West Ham offer 60 million for Gomez, Endo, sell or keep. What's your take?
I'll keep it then, because when you look at them 2 guys, Endo and Gomez, and last season how they played and how important they were, we probably wouldn't even got Champions League football if them 2 guys weren't involved.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, keep them. Why should we sell? Yeah, I know we're a sell to buy club.
It's true, Steve. No sort of updates on any of those guys' contracts. So, but as what we said on Tuesday, they're going to be like the new signings. You know, the last day of the season. Was it Norman who said it? Last day of the season, transfer window, or a week before it finishes. Oh, look, Virgil, Trent, and Salah maybe all sign new contracts. Us fans are going to be over the moon. So we're all going to forget about the DM we really needed anyway.
Well, I don't know whether it was Anfield Road or the Redbird who said it'll be like a new sign, and that's what they'll come out and, you know, it's the usual say, like a new sign. And well, I don't fall for any of that. You know, if they do sign new contracts on the last day or the last week, oh, look, like a new sign. And it's the journals who say it, and also some podcasters who say it as well. Oh, well, they're like new signings, huh? No, they're fucking not.
No, they're not, man.
They're already, they've been playing for us for years. So how can they be like new signings? Unless you haven't even got a little bit of a brain cell. And you believe it. No. Nick Fadley. Guten Abend. Bonsoir. Good evening. Buonasera. Want to say it, Nick? Want to say it? You forgot. FSG propaganda machine will say, that the usual three are like new 250 million signings. The top Reds, FSG, and fans will lap it up. Said it, said it, Steve, said it. But we're not that stupid, believe it. Sounds like JK's frying his microphone. That's what it was like before. The Redbirds. I hate to say it, but I think Arsenal will win the league. Please pray I'm wrong. And the judge says, I think he means that's where the money is going, on new contracts. So if you're saying that, Judge, I'll go over to you on this, Jake. Do you think it's deliberate to run down the contract, knowing that we have to sign players, till the end of the season, then make them an offer, rather than spending out, millions on their players? Do you think it's deliberate so that they can turn around and say, "Oh, look, they're like new signings"? Are you there?
Good news. If they sign new contracts, no problem. For me, that's just running the mill the way you run your club if you're top time, big time, like Trent, Salah and Virgil, 3 of the most important players in our squad. So for me, getting them guys to sign a new contract is sort of just the basics for me. I'll be happy, don't worry, but I wouldn't go over the moon.
But would you think it's deliberate by the owners?
Oh, of course. Everything
That's
is.
what I mean, to like not to even negotiate or anything and just go right to the wire and say, "Yeah, how's this?" And they go, "Yeah, that's great, Dan, sign." And then come out and say, "They're like 3 new signings."
Mm-hmm. Like, we don't even know if them contracts are already signed. Could be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're just like worrying. Oh, is Trent going on a free next year? Is Salah? Is Virgil? They could be already wrapped up, Hopefully they are. Hopefully they are,
And as the Youssef says, he's answering to the Redbird. If they don't get a prolific striker, they won't. And Lee says, I don't want Wharton myself. I'd still prefer Edison and Andre to him. Good shout there, because I agree with you there. I agree with you, Lee. Good shout there.
Like this Wharton lad, who is he? He sounds like a loaf of bread. He's in the England squad and stuff. I'm like, who is this guy? I've never even heard of him. He's at Palace, someone says. What?
Warburton's, I have to get a Warburton's loaf on there Sunday.
Uh-huh.
I only eat overs, and I walked into the shop up in Crosby, and it was a nice little shop, by the way. It was nice, and I went, "Have you got any bread?" She said, "Yeah, over there." And that's all. It was at Warburton's. Could play the loaf. It's in the freezer. Steve says, "Our style of play is what Linders was trying to do with Klopp team from 2022 onwards, and Linders failed miserably." There's a lot in that comment there, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. I always remember this. Sorry, go on.
No, go on, Frank.
No, I was just saying, pre-season, and it's just to get them fitted and whatever. But I remember I was going away to Italy the next day. I was traveling on a Sunday, funny enough. and we were playing Valencia, under Rafa at that time. Rafa was manager, and it was their first pre-season, and it was our last one. He'd already played 5 previous or whatever, and I remember Francine saying to me, she said, "We've been playing well in the pre-seasons, haven't we?" I said, "Yeah." I was in the stands with it, took it the game, and we got destroyed by it. And that was their first game, and that was our last. We should have been much fitter. They were brilliant. There was a lad named Amar. He totally destroyed us. So the following year, and I said at the time, to be honest, I said, we're going to do nothing here in the league. If they come here and destroyed us. Anyway, I was right. I was vindicated. And the following year, when Rafa came, when we was made up, because I thought, get this Amar, bring him in. But Rafa's not the type to go back to his old club. Klopp wouldn't do it either. Klopp wouldn't do it. He showed them too much respect, the former clubs. Well, I like that. Yeah, look, the Anfield Road, and he's answering to the Redbirds. I really hope they don't. They've spent fortunes, have 2 squads and no excuses. Let's see. And Youssef, Wharton has potential, but we need experience in this role. Absolutely. Great goal by Salah, says Steve. Absolutely. Said that in opening time.
12th man sent me a video. He was at the game. I sent you the video as well. Yeah. 12th man recorded it exactly at the time where Elliot passed the ball to Salah to score. It was 2
What did you send it on? What did you?
On WhatsApp.
You did have seen it.
Did you see it? Yeah.
I've seen it this morning because I had to go to bed. I was done in. I had to go to bed because I couldn't get the bloody streamer.
Okay.
You said fair point, mate, but I still think they will be a force. We're a bit light on Brazilian players now. Up the Samba, beat the slot, please, old bean. Oh, stop all this nonsense. Anfield Road, don't know about anyone else, but how good is Kwanzaa and Seth? Very comfortable.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, they are. I love that Kwanzaa. I think he's unbelievable.
Oh, what a player.
He's fantastic. Nick Foldy, just for fun. Question, Frank. Would you rather sign Haaland, Mbappe, or Lewandowski? I wanted, when the big year came, I wanted that Lewandowski. I wanted it because I thought he'd bring him here. He would have been brilliant for us, though. But then again, as I said a moment or two ago, they've got respect for the former clubs. And he didn't want to, both him and Rafa didn't want to bring any players from, their clubs, their ex-clubs. But yeah. Which PL team do you think will make the biggest surprise this season? I think it'll be Aston Villa.
I was about to say Villa.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
I think
but they did well last season, so
yeah. But I think they'll be pushing this season. I really do, because they've signed a couple of great players.
Yeah.
Then again, you're looking at, when I looked at that bench, it was live. I was looking at them. I might be able to watch it there as they were warming up, and I seen that Calafiori. I wanted him, as you know. Why didn't we go and buy him?
Yeah.
Why didn't we go and buy him? That's seconds, mate. And that's what infuriates me. about things, about the way we are. This is every season. I said the same thing last season, what we'll be saying this season, this year. And I'm saying it again. Say it every year. We'll be saying the same thing every year with this lot.
I would take out of them 3 guys there, Haaland.
But we could have had Ireland. We could have had him for 15 million or something stupid like
them
that.
days.
We could have had him. Steve says, Salah looks fresh and fit. Give him a 3-year deal. There you go. Yeah.
I wouldn't be bothered about that. No problem.
Yusuf. They'll be in the top 2 for sure, but I just don't think Gabriel Jesus is one to take them over the line. Not clinical enough.
True.
He's a miserable little git, isn't he?
Yeah, man.
You ever seen him smile? Ever?
With a name like that, he should be.
Yes.
Simple as.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He should be like that all the time, shouldn't he?
But you don't score enough goals to do that. You know?
He's a miserable twat, honest.
I just don't understand, like, him, for example. Like, you got Havertz and Jesus. They've been in football for a long time and stuff, but you can't ever really say where they've been on top of the world. Like, they're all great players, you know? Like, Jesus, Man City, he wasn't always, like, when Haaland came in, he was up straight away. He started, for a little while at Man City, but you could just tell they needed more. So that just told me everything about Jesus. Because if you can't get goals, like if you're not the number 1 striker at Man City with that midfield who creates everything, Jesus never did that. Jesus never got 20, 25 goals a season.
Right, so Steve says, JK, Jones ain't going to make it under Arm. Jones don't fit Arm's style. Bye-bye, Jones. That's what he says.
Yeah, like for me, last chance saloon this season. It's now or never for him.
Yeah, I've got to back him up there. I really have. I've got to back him up there, Steve, because that's what he said. I've said it myself as well. I said it myself. If our Jared was sitting there with me, he'd say, "You've never liked him." Not you. I mean, Jones. Joe, you've never liked him. We called up for everything. Okay. Harvey chip assist and Fabio goal. Brill, says the red bird. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Alisson and his family are lonely. They deserve 2 new Brazilians like Edison and Bremer to replace Bobby and Fabi. Alisson is still the world's best goalkeeper. Increase our Brazilian presence, I say. Yeah. Why couldn't we get Andre? You should have had him last year. Yusuf, let's pray they don't get a striker in this window, says the red bird.
I think they're after Gyökeres from, is it Porto or Lisbon? One of the two. He's not great, is he? He's all right. I wouldn't be really worried about that. But that shows you where they are with Jesus and Havertz, you know? Havertz, for me, only played well the last 4 months of the season gone, and that's the best I've ever seen him sort of play in his whole career. At Leverkusen, he was good, no doubt, but since he's come to England, Chelsea, nothing. Arsenal, nothing until the last 4 months of the last season just gone.
Well, here's what Steve's asking us a question. Onslaught, he's not asking, it's just a comment to us. Onslaught, not looking for just a destroyer. He wants a deep-lying midfield player that can defend and start attacks with smart forward passes.
The way Trey played against Betis. Got the ball deep, turned, pass, bang. Simple as. Simple as.
That was a good thing, that deep line midfielder. So that, you know, attacking midfielder, but also can defend. Absolutely. The Anfield Road. I was wanting a new six, but looking at slot style of play, I don't think we need a six, says the Anfield Road. We do need a winger for most replacements in terms of injuries and rotation. Doak, talented, but too early for him. I agree with Doak there. I agree with you, Anfield. I really do. What do you think of that comment? It's a fair comment, by the way.
Yeah. I just view a DM very valuable to any squad. It don't matter even if you play with the DM all the time. But I just feel DMs are more of like a sweeper position, a tidy upper, you know, if that's the word. That's another new word for our dictionary. We should make our own dictionary, Frank.
More solid.
The more solid and tidy upper. They're the first two words we're getting in our dictionary.
But don't you think that's the style of play, or playing, I'm sorry, that Fabinho was?
Yeah. Yep.
He's a good passer of a ball. He can put the ball through. He can put it over. He could, you know, he was great, and he could defend.
Yeah.
He could defend. Ginny was the same. Ginny, but we haven't replaced him really. All right, we've got Endo, but as the Anfield says there, you know, we don't need one. Oh, God, blimey, look.
New signing.
Here's
You're going to put him in defence.
Look.
The attackers will see that face there and think, uh-oh.
Spangles were a bit sticky. I remember yeah. Loved them. And Allah says, we will be lucky if we get one. Darryl, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Frank. I'm not crackling, am I?
No, you're out a bit. Let's see how it goes. Right. Ali says, we will be lucky if we get one in. What's your take on that?
I think we'll get two in, personally. DM centre back, I think.
Okay, no, that's a fair reply. JK.
2 weeks tomorrow is the start of the new Premier League. There you go. It never stopped Arsenal, United, all these other teams who are not even in the Champions League, Man United, Everton even. Everton, the team that's sort of in trouble with points deductions and this and that, even they're busy. You know, okay, they've got, who went? Was it the guy went to Villa, didn't he? Anana, in their midfield. For me, I wouldn't even took him. Like, he would have done a job for us, no problem. But even they're busy.
Good centre back.
There would have been Mason here in Liverpool.
Yeah.
If he would have come here, there would have been, and I'm talking about Mason. You know, the Evertonians. I remember when Nick Barmby came, they were awful. They were awful to Barmby. And I'm talking about right through the sea. They were awful to us. So I don't want any Everton players. Even if that Gordon come, they'd be moaning. As the Judge Red says, and now we're solider as a rock.
That's the third word going in the dictionary.
Solider as a rock. Could you know? We sang solid as a rock. We sang that.
That's the song, isn't it?
Yeah. Solid as a rock.
Solid as a rock.
And as the Youssef says, Gordon's just not a priority. And he isn't.
He isn't, no.
He isn't a priority.
He's no upgrade on Diaz, nowhere near.
And Lee Carlson comes out with a good comment here. And he says, Endo doesn't exactly seem to have grabbed hold of Arne Slot's football imagination so far. Do me a favour, Darryl, change that fucking image of you, will you?
I'll change it now.
Please, put yourself on.
Yeah, Endo didn't start yesterday, no.
So what do you think of what Lee says? Endo doesn't exactly seem to have grabbed hold of Arne Slot's footballing imagination.
I thought he was going to start yesterday, Endo, but he didn't.
No.
So, but everyone else started. Jota, Salah, Szoboszlai, the other sort of starters and stuff. Endo subs bench. So I don't know. We don't know what's going to be.
It was interesting to see Bradley at right back. But what you think now? Let me go through a few. I want to bring in about Robbo here, Robertson. Right. Gordon isn't a bad player. I don't mind him. He has talent, says Ale. So it's a little bit diverse with our lads on the chat here about Gordon coming here. Oh, you know, the interest in him. And Steve says, Frank, on 11 needs bare minimum. That is 2 quality players, a left back and a number 6 to finish in the top 2. That's a good point. Give Arne also a quality that is a wide attacker and striker. Arne wins the quad. Okay, let's get to. We'll get back to what you said there about a left back. No, about a number 6. And also a quality wide attacker and striker. Okay, we'll get back to that. We're bound to anyway, as the thing goes on. Left back, Jake. Where's it? Where's the other fella gone? Anyway, JK.
Yeah.
Robert.
Tsimikas played pretty well yesterday. We got Robertson and Beck and Tsimikas, and out of them 3 guys, we got a left back. I wouldn't say it's a top priority right now for me. DM is just for me the number 1 priority for me. Everything else, yeah, whatever. I'm not really bothered about. I don't mind Robertson, Tsimikas, and that Beck lad being our 3 left backs. Even Gomez can play there, like we've seen last season.
Yeah, that's what I mean about Gomez. He's very versatile.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell him. No way.
Very versatile. And as I might have to wear my sunglasses, you know. They are prescription like that. My eyes are killing me. And the Judge Red says, bring old English spangles back. They used to be in sweet clubs at Christmas. I bet the Judge still gets a sweet club at Christmas. No, I used to love them. In a black packet. Old English, they were called. Old English spangles. You had other spangles as well. But I used to love them ones. Smashing. I used to have licorice ones. Licorice. You know the way we say like licorice now. And then back in the day, you know, JK, you know, licorice. Have you got a packet of licorice, please? Licorice. Do you know what I couldn't say? I couldn't say lolly ice. And I always remember that Angela saying, it's not ollie ice, it's not nolly ice, and it's not holly ice. I couldn't say it. It's lolly ice. And I used to go, Nolly, I said, no, it's not. I was only 26 at the time, like, you know. That's my excuse. And the Anfield Roars are replying to Yusuf, from viewing our games, do you still prioritise a number 6? I now see it as we need some place on the wing. It's glaring pace. Pace kills, I feel. Midfield, we're packed already. That's what he says. That's what the Anfield Roar. Now, we've got pace on the wing, haven't we? We do have pace on it. Mo Salah's still very pacey, if you know what I mean. So is Diaz. So is, you know, if you throw him on the wing, Darwin, you know, so that'll be the argument, the Anfield Roar. So I think what the Anfield Roar is saying, you know, like and he needs a backup. But who's going to come here as a backup? See, what we're screaming out for are quality. If you know what I mean. We're screaming out for quality, Anfield. I'd love that. I'll tell you who I'd love. And Daryl's gone, he can say his name. That Caravecchia or whatever his name is, you know, from Napoli. I'd love it. Anfield Roar, I'd love it. I'd throw him right in that team, right away. Because I think he is one. I've been following for years, not just like recent, when we played them in the year. Because I watched Serie A's. And I watched Napoli. And I'm honest, well, I got bloody kicked off Facebook. I was on one of their sites, Napoli. So yeah, you know, if we're going after the pacey fella, I'd go after him. No one else. Not being funny. I'd love him. The Redbird. Some of our fans are toxic. They've been dissing Gordon because he is not a name on there. Yeah, listen, we haven't really. We haven't. We're just looking at the, you know, like, what's our priority, Redbird? What's our priority? Because as JK has said, he'd run through a brick wall for us because he wants to play for us. He'd walk down from Newcastle to play for us. And that's what you want. You want a lad like him. A lad who go, Liverpool, yeah, that'll do me. And it's his boy club as well. So we're not arguing on the facts. We're just arguing what's the priorities. If we get him, fine. Fine, that's good. But I'll put it to you. I'll put it to you, Redbird. Who would you rather have, Gordon or that Caravecchia, whatever his name, from Napoli? Just put it to you like that. Who would you have? There he is. There's we've got Mo Salah as a special guest.
Is that better?
That's better, thank you. I was having nightmares, you know, me, and I've got to go to bed on my own. And you're looking like that, like a big psycho.
I would take the Napoli lad before Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah. I would. And the Anfield Roar says, Redbird, totally agree. But it's not us. It's not me. It's not JK who's against them. But you're right. You know, there are some fans who say we don't want it, and some of them are just saying for you know, because he played for Everton. But little do they know that he was playing for us first. but we didn't think he was good enough. So he crossed the road to Goodison. And Lee says all managers have their own ideas about number sixes and what they want from one. Slot's number six specifications will be different to Jurgen's. And FSG podcast journals that are on FSG payroll will say, yeah, they are like new, the usual three, like new £250 million signing.
Bang on.
The Anfield Road. Question for the panel. Do you feel Virgil and Salah are worth renewing at the age of 32 plus? I feel Trent is priority. A Scouser, 25-year-old future captain, and I don't want to lose an academy player to Madrid. Totally agree with you with Trent. I really, he's a scout. Said it all along. I've said it all along. Right? I've said that all along. And Virgil and Salah, yeah, give them a contract. They're a part of our spine. If they went, you know what I mean? We've got a full season, and as JK said, we've got the Champions League this year. We're going to try and win the league this year, and everything else that goes with it. That's what we're going to try and do, Anfield. But I totally agree with you. But okay, Darryl, I'm going to read it out again.
Yeah.
And it's off the Anfield Road. Do you feel Virgil and Salah are worth renewing at the ages of 32 plus? I feel Trent is a priority, a Scouser, 25 years old future captain, and I don't want to lose an academy player to Madrid.
Yeah, definitely all three need to stay, especially Virgil, because Virgil's a leader and we haven't got many leaders in that team as it is. So Virgil definitely. Salah, I'm happy for him to stay because I saw him last night. He looked back to his old self. Trent, I want him to stay, but I just don't see where he fits in the system, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
In the system, he's not. What's he going to want to play?
Okay. No, but what he's saying is Trent is a priority, a Scouser, a 25-year-old future captain, and they don't want to lose an academy player to Madrid. That's the
I'll definitely keep him. I want to keep him. He's in his prime, so you need to keep him. And he's
the
a
best
Scouser.
passer of a ball, in my opinion, in the whole of the Premiership.
Oh, without doubt, yeah, definitely.
He's an incredible passer of a ball. JK, what do you think of the Anfield Rose comment?
Like Trent's priority for me as well. Virgil, Salah, 2 year, maybe if they can get a 2-year deal each, that'd be cool. But for me, top priority Trent. I don't want to lose him to Madrid for peanuts, for free next year, you know.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah, I just like, for me, Trent and Jones are the Liverpool boys in the squad, and for me, they need to sort of step up. I don't feel they've sort of really showed their full library of their talent to the world. Trent did it when he first came on the scene, no doubt. But this is like the next chapter of his Liverpool career, and I don't feel he's sort of really started that yet. He's vice captain, and he played well in a few games last season, but as the whole bigger picture, he wasn't great because he got injured as well. But for me, top priority is to get Trent sorted with a new contract.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because I want Jones to stay, but he's got to step up this season. He really has, Curtis. He has to step up. And it's where Slot plays him, Sloot, is proper pronunciation. It's where he plays him. So I think he's still fiddling around. And as I think it was Anfield Raw or the Redbirds who said that Elliott's a proper number 10. He's superb. He's a proper number 10.
Didn't I say to you, Frank, literally 4 days ago, I said, I bet you that James will be used as a DM. And I proved that right last night. He played as DM.
You did? Yeah. And Yusuf says, he's replying to the Anfield Row, we're a bit lightweight in the DM department. Endo's gone, and all we have who can play that role is Batatic, who has a terrible injury record. I'd say a 6 is more of a priority. I totally agree with you there, Yusuf. We've said it all along. And Lee's replying to JK, yeah, I thought Warburton too.
Thank you, Ollie.
And Steve goes through again, delaying signing for New Deals because they are waiting for FSG to show ambition with quality signings in the transfer market. That's his take on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's his take.
That's a good take.
It's a powerful take, though, what he said.
Yeah.
And now they say, I'm waiting for the FSG fanboys to say Batatic is our new DM, Sepp is our new CB, and Owen Beck is our new left back. If we don't sign players, wait and see.
Facts there, you know. Good comment.
Yeah. Yusuf, says the Anfield rule. I see what you're saying, but Slot style operates without a 6, so that may change our targets. I'd love us to sign Zubamendi, and the winger.
Zubamendi played well in the Euros.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did, apparently. I can't say. Adam Wharton, says Steve, young baller, will be a top baller in a few years and will be sold for close to 100 million. Old head on young shoulders. FSG sign him now. Won't need to replace him for 10 years. And Villa selling, says Lee Carlson. Diaby and Luis was a bit unexpected.
Yeah, that's a bit mad. Considering they got the Champions League, I thought they would keep Luis 100%, but he's on to Juventus. Diaby's on to Saudi Arabia. And when Diaby started last season for Villa, he was on fire. You know, he came from Leverkusen, and I thought, wow, what a little player that got. Even I heard fans over the season, we should go for him. But Bailey came in and sort of took over his position at Villa. Now he's ended up in Saudi Arabia. That's so crazy.
Yeah, Bailey's way better.
I like Bailey. Good little player.
Yeah.
Stevie, you never walk, says FSG not signing Archie Gray fucks me off. Let him go to Spurs.
Yeah.
And there's another question off the Anfield. Right. What will it take this season? I want you to answer this, boys. I'll go to the Darryl first. Then you,
Okay.
because I'm going for it. I'll have to get myself a drink. My eyes are killing me. Sorry.
It's Daryl's pictures, bro.
I think so, yeah. I'll have to. No, honestly, I've got my shades here because they're absolutely killing me. Anyway, right. What will it take this season for Sloot to be a success in certain fans' eyes? Style of play and league finish, or a trophy and league finish? Carry on, boys.
Okay. Find out.
For me, it's playing attractive football. Obviously, it's playing attractive football and trying your best to win a trophy at the end of the day. But the league finish, obviously, top 4, the trophy, and keeping the fans happy is the most important thing for me.
Okay. You know what? Like, I just feel that Liverpool and the sentence top 4, it hurts me when I hear that. I've always associated that with Arsenal. As long as we get top 4, we're bigger than that. And the problem is, I don't think the owners see us as like that. Us guys. I think when you ask the chat now, when we say, "Oh, if we get top 4 this season, it's going to be great," really, I just view top 4 for me the basics. For any manager, because with the players we've got, they should be getting top 4 anyway. It don't matter who's in charge, even if it was Barney Rubble or someone. So for me, I need to start getting the highest you can in the league and say one of the FA Cup or League Cup, one of them for me is a basic as well. Winning one of them too, and getting far in the Champions League. He's had 2 friendlies now. Did you watch them, Darryl?
Mate, I've watched both of them. I've been impressed. If I'm being honest.
Okay.
Very. I just think, JK, with a whole new medical team, a whole new backroom staff as well, we need to look at that as well. And I just think first season that will be. I'd settle for that first season, and then the second season go all out to win the league. For me.
Okay, I want a title challenge this season again because I just feel that we're Liverpool Football Club. I just don't want us to be grasping onto top 4 going into the last month of the season. Like we're in 5th or 6th position and we want to get top 4. That's embarrassing. That's what Arsenal used to do. It's only the last 2 seasons where they've sort of stepped up and sort of cemented first, 2nd or 3rd. And they still can't win the league as well, and they've spent nearly 800 million. So, and those guys haven't spent nothing this season, Man City are the team in England right now who everyone wants to catch up, And I just feel sometimes we sort of let ourselves down. And it surprises me and it sort of amazes me that a lot of fans don't see a problem there, that the owners are not actually buying anyone. That's what the sort of spooky thing is about it. Like last season, Endo came in as a 31-year-old for 16 million, and he was the best player in our team.
Yeah, he was.
He was the best team in that time where we were top of the league. He was the best player for us, and as soon as he left, got injured and stuff, we fell apart. So sometimes big signings like Grealish, he cost 100-odd million, and he was on the subs bench most of this last season.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
It's how you spend the money.
Yeah, I just think with someone as good as Endo actually was in the DM when he first came, for him to say, "Listen, I need help here. I don't think I'm good enough to play in this 6 of Liverpool," which obviously means he's starting to tire. He's starting to get leggy, and I honestly think he goes back to play in German league. I can't see him going in Premier League, not with the pace. So,
I just feel like we'll keep hold of him.
Well, I'll try and be fair, by answering Anfield's question. To be honest, what will it take this season for Slot to be a success in certain fans' eyes? Style of play and league finish, or trophy and league finish. The way some of our fans are, they just want trophies, and I reckon that they'll go for a trophy and a top 4 finish. That's what they'll expect. That's what they'll expect in the first season.
That's exactly what I said.
But my take on it as well is this. if he doesn't win nothing and we finish out of the top 4, I'm just saying this, finish a bit further down, and we'll get into the Thursday club again, fans will be dead upset. But it'll be, if we don't sign anybody, it'll all fall back. Who will it fall back on? Will it fall back on Slot? Sloot? Yes, it will. No matter what. No matter what about Edwards or Ward. You know, why haven't they done anything? It won't fall back on them. It'll fall back on Sloot. And that's what they'll all be saying. We told you so. This is what, you know, people are saying. I'm saying it. We're saying it. We're all saying it about bringing someone in. We really do. We can't stand back. It's okay playing Arsenal in the pre-season and Real Betis in the pre-season. We've got to play top teams in the Premiership. In the top, you know, we have to play them. We've got to play teams in the Champions League as well. You know, and so it's just one of those things. I think it's, if we keep this, I don't know, we can't even say what form because we haven't got our full side out. We haven't got our best 11. Who is our best 11? Are we bringing someone in to make it more best 14? Or best 12, or best 13, or best 4, whatever. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I was looking at only the other day when Liverpool destroyed Real Madrid 4-0 at Anfield. I was there. I was in the Annie Road, so, you know, top of the stands there. Annie Road. And we destroyed them. And I was watching it today. And the camera went on the bench, right? And it was when we were 4-0 up. And who was on the bench? You know, this is against Real. It was Stevie, Fernando, and Xavi. Think about that. And it was the same at Man United as well. When we played them, I don't know whether we played them the Saturday before the Madrid game, or the Saturday after the Madrid game, you know, the Wednesday night, and they were on the bench. They were on the bench. You see, we can't look at our bench and go, "What's having them on your bench?" You see what I mean?
That's a crazy bench.
It's unbelievable. They played. Don't get me wrong, but because they destroyed them, then we brought them off. Mm-hmm. Because there was no way we were 5-0 up because we beat them over there at the Barnable 1-0 with Benny Hughes scored. Joshua Benny Hughes. Yeah. So yeah, it's things like that. So Anfield, you know, it's one of those things, mate. What priorities? Because you're looking at, as I said, we're diverse. Look, the whole of the fan base is split with the owners and pro-owners, if you know what I mean. Anti-owners and pro-owners. Because they say they're not putting, you know, their hands in the pocket or never will. And then we're a sell-to-buy club. And then they come back and say, well, look what they've done. They built a new stand. They built an Annie Road stand, still not finished. I was looking at it today. And the AXA training thing, we think that they bought it. They didn't. We bought it. We bought them. Anyway, Lee Carlson, Villa looked awful in pre-season so far. And as you said, they are definitely weaker. The CL will ruin them.
Possible, yeah. Especially with Louis gone.
Yeah. See how clever our corners were. Brilliant, says Steve. That must have been last night. The Scottish Bear, good evening, Frank and JK. I hope you're both well. Liverpool beat Arsenal the pre-season. We won't sign anyone now. Palaver.
Palaver. What a word.
It's a great word.
I love that word.
Don't give me that palaver. Yeah, that's not as good as solid though, is it? Or up. Arsenal sign a killer striker like Isaac. They win the title. 16.
True, could be.
Neil H. Greetings from Chilwell. Frank, do you think Slot might be better than you think?
I hope so.
Look, can I put it this way? Look, does anybody ever remember Bruno Giroud?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And when we signed him, what was we saying?
He's
He's
the
the
best French thing.
Yeah.
And someone like, well, my mate going up the game, he went, what do you think of this shit anyway? I went, wait till we see him play for us. I said, it's no use looking at the Manchester United goal he scored for whoever he was playing for then. And he turned out to be a dove.
Mm.
So I have to see, I honestly, please believe me, I have to see how it goes.
That's how I'm like, yeah.
That's the way.
Mm-hmm.
When Klopp, I'm being honest, when Klopp came, look, I'll go back to Rafa. When Rafa came, I said, we'll do well with this fella. We'll do well. And we did. Did great. Then when the odds came, and the Irish fella, I said, we're not going to do it. And I said it on LFC TV, live. No, I said it. And I said, we won't win anything. And we didn't. But either of them said it after. I was sitting with St. John, with when Hodgson was here. I sat with him even when Rodgers was on as well. Manager. And I said the same. And he used to just laugh at me. And he agreed. He agreed. But anyway, that's by the by. And it's just that, and when Klopp came, I said, we're going to do well, because I was only looking at our last two previous managers. I said, he's going to do well for us, better than that lot. And he did, he proved it. So, I'm not looking at Klopp and Slot. I'm not looking at like that. I'm just looking to see what he can do. And I'm not looking at pre-season games, because we beat Arsenal. Great, it was great. Honestly, believe me, I was made up that we beat them 2-1. Thrilled. Point is, will that, does that set the standard for the league? Does it set the standard? Are we going to go through everybody and beat them because we've had Real Betis and 1-0, and and again, I will say that we didn't even have our full strength side out, which is a good thing. But it's the season that goes on. Look how hard the Premiership is. Sloot has never been in that situation before. And they're not playing, they're not playing like Dutch teams like he did with Feyenoord everything. Playing hard sides. Even though that sides that are in the middle of the table. Very difficult to break down and beat. So that's I'm looking at it like that. I get behind I want our team to win every single game. I just keep saying it. And I can't say it anymore. I want our team to win every single game, beat a lot of them, every single one of them. And I can't be more precise than that. Do I want Salute to do well? Of course I do. But we've got to see how he does do. It's as simple as that. I don't want another Bruno Cheru as a coach, if you know what I mean. Bruno Cheru is a rare player. There's been loads of duds at Liverpool, by the way. I've just had to pick him, for example, because everybody was lauding him. And the Redbird says, I'm with you, Frank. I think Villa will do well. Thank you, Redbird. Neil H. Bruno Guimaraes would be lovely attack and defend. What would you say about that, boys? JK?
I like him and I don't. Good player, but the fee can go 100 million again. But as we said earlier about the fee, I'm at the point where I don't really mind what the fee is on a certain player. If he's going to improve our team, we've got to pay it, you know.
Yeah.
He's a good player. I'll just leave it as that. I wouldn't be straight away if someone asked me which player do you want us to buy. I wouldn't say his name first.
No.
So he's good though. Don't get me wrong, but I think sometimes the way football is now, hype is actually since day one. Hype has been the thing, because what happens with hype is it adds another 20 million to the price fee, you know. So hype is the business model a lot of football clubs do. For me, Bruno Guimaraes, is he worth 100 million? Is Anthony Gordon worth 100 million? I don't think so.
No.
So
Oh, certainly not.
you could buy a club for 200 million, you know, and these are two Newcastle players, and they're worth that much. It's madness.
You could buy Darryl for 100 million.
You know what I mean?
He'd buy me for a tenner. I'll be right with that. No, I don't rate Bruno Guimaraes, if I'm being personally honest. I just think he's well overhyped. I think he's a very dirty player. Gets so many yellow cards. I'm not keen.
That's what we need in our team, a dirty player.
Yeah, you
But
need
anyway,
Have a Graham Souness.
But still, he wasn't dirty. He was just hard. Do you know what? I was mentioning this the other night. I don't know who I was on the show or what. And I said, you know, you're at the likes of, and I'm going back half of the mode I'm talking about Nobby Stiles and Norman Hunter, Billy Bremner, Tommy Smith. They were all hard players. They weren't dirty. They got stuck in. But today, you have dirty players. Snidey, who roll around holding the face when they got a little knock on the shin or something. You know, they're snidey then. Don't like snidey players, but unfortunately, we're growing up with them now. The least knocked is down, and it's shocking. And that's why we never got a penalty that time against Arsenal. Was it Arsenal? Or City? Was it City? When City. When the other fella got a big boot in the chest, McAllister, because you know.
I just think, Frank, if we're going for a DM, you want that Rottweiler, that someone that is going to be at your heels. That player, for me, who is like Mascherano, he's just like Mascherano, and that is Gomez from Wolves. He is exactly that player that we should be looking at. Who
did you say you were breaking up?
João Gomez is
Gomez
Rottweiler. He's good, man.
Okay. Frank agreed with me a few times today. Frank being on the whiskey. Steve says Fozy in America scout for players for FSG. Oh, yeah. And the midnight toker. 1 more week to go before Liverpool buy a player or 3. I'm not going on about these things. I just want football, boys. The Red Bear said, that'll change your screen pick. It's scared of my dog. Yeah, no, that was before when you had that thing. And Steve says, Everton signing players with no club owners. FSG are a joke. That's mad, that. That pick is hilarious, Daryl. All right, boys, says here, Matt. Footy Thursday. Encouraging signs so far with the new gaffer and his coaching team. Being impressed with all the work they are doing with players. They look like they are getting their work hard, getting a lot out of the season. Oh yeah, Womack and Womack, solid as a rock. It's not solid as a rock, it's solider as a rock now, Lee. So Bosley did good in the double pivot, says Tony. I wish I could have seen the bloody thing.
He's going to be brilliant this season.
Samikas plays well last night. Sell Robbo, says Steve. Let's not get carried with the pre-season, says the Scottish Bear. Liverpool have been good in the past and pre-season and done nothing. Thank you. Liverpool have struggled in pre-season and won leagues and cups. Thank you. The Anfield Ian Mack talking to the Anfield Road. We need to be right on the mix for the trophies and the league. CL. We have the quality there, just needs a few more additions. Top 4 and a trophy would be a decent full season, though. Can't agree with you more. So that's a very good comment. Samikas got turned inside out for the Goons goal, says the Midnight Toker. How many players have you seen have a poor pre-season and a decent season and a vice versa? 2 games and Endo on this time, they're not even league games yet. Lee says, Scottish Bear, I'm far from expecting these 2 results to matter when we kick off the season at Ipswich, but 2 wins from 2 is heartening nevertheless. I'm not saying you dissing Endo, Frank, but you can see who have. Oh yeah, absolutely. See it all the time. That's what I said, Redbeard. I can put fucking their headlines up there and say, you know, I could mention a name like Edison. See what I mean? Coming. Trent going. I could put that headline up and they'll already be fucking loads on it. Clickbait. And then someone in the comments would go, you know, a new person would go, I don't see any Edison coming. I've heard no things. See what I mean? And another one said, Trent going, you know, where's he going? Is he going to Real? How am I going to answer that? So it's all clickbait, most of them. We could fucking start doing it and they're throwing them up there and just see, you know, if you want
Are Liverpool going to open their treasure chest? That'd be a good title. what was it? Every season, the treasure box. What was it? When we were going to spend
treasure trove.
Yeah.
Treasure trove. Every summer.
Mm-hmm.
Every single summer. And people fall for it. People fall for it.
They spend more money in January than they do in the summer, and the season's nearly halfway over. Pointless.
And it was this January where we needed a little bit of a little boost, you know, like a DM or something, and they didn't do nothing. Madness.
Yeah,
We were top of the league.
One came in.
Mm-hmm.
No one came in. We were top of the league. We were desperate for a DM. We got Endo. It's mental.
If I was manager's team against Liverpool, I would tell my players to attack Arnie on the left back at every opportunity. Weak link in Arne's team. Robbo Samikas Beck, not good enough to be number one left back. That's what Steve says.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to that, Darryl?
What I like about Slot is that he's in both these wins. Not happy with certain performances. Yeah, spot on. Like you can see what he's on the touchline. He's always barking instructions. He's never sat down. He's always trying to get things through the players. I've seen that already, which is really promising. He does want his standards high. I can see like what his standards high. But as you said, Frank, it's only a pre-season friendly game. Premier League's a different gravy. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm praying. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping, praying for him.
Right, see him back. What I like about Slot is that in both these wins, he is still not happy with certain performances despite the result. He wants to set his standards high for this team, rightly so. I think, I'm not being funny here, but I think every manager is the same. They want to set the standards. They can always see faults, but it's whether fixing them is, if you know what I mean. Will he fix them right if he sees faults? That's what you've got to look at. Lee, Enzo has played two kinds of friendlies. I just don't get the dissing on him, says the Redbird. I was watching Drew Schofield runner. Oh, fucking hell. He's my mate here, Drew. He's my mate, good mate. Doing a thing, I'll be doing it with him soon. Ian Mack. Can we afford to let the likes of Jones or Enzo lead with more games in the Champions League, says Ian. Keep Curtis the Scouser and watch him flourish, says Ian Mack. Good point. We need Scousers in the team. We really do. We really do. Arnie has my full support. If Arnie fails not to finish in the top four without signings, it's all on FSG. I hold them responsible. Frank, don't take chat personally. I'm talking to chat. I'm not. I'm just saying, giving my opinions. Just giving my opinions. That's all. That's all, Redbird. That's all it is. Just give an opinion. And I don't take anything personally. I really, the only fucking thing I take personally is being hacked and I can't get back onto that Facebook. I've lost a lot of contacts. But I'm talking about like giving talks and things, historical talks and so. That's what I do take offence in. Redbird. Hi, Ali Noose. Oh, that's nice. Didn't know you was on. Scottish Bear, Anfield Rose and Redbird. Gordon is a good player. The problem is that we have far too many players that play in this position. He shouldn't be a priority. You go, see, that's what I mean. It's so diverse.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking diverse. Give Trent a 5-year deal. Offer Virgil and Salah 3-year deals with agreements in place. We sell them in the summer of 2026 with 2 years left. Ian Mack, I'd renew Mo without a second thought. The guy is world class.
Yep.
If FSG sign 2 or 3 quality players this summer, then Trent, Virgil and Salah sign new deals in a heartbeat. Over to you, FSG. Trent will be signing a pre-contract with Madrid 1 January. Come January, say. There you go. Yeah, well, that's if he doesn't sign a contract, isn't it? I'm going to play Trent in 2 positions, right back and right side of midfield, in a 4-3-3, 4-4-2. Say, Steve. Anyone who doubts Trent signing a new deal doesn't understand his feelings for the club, says Midnight Talker. Totally agree. Totally fucking agree. Totally agree. I think JK has to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, mate, you just get off.
Okay,
Bye,
catch
Jake.
you guys.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da, Jay. Ta-da, mate.
You boy.
What did you say?
I said, yeah, boy. Me and Frankie.
Yeah. Wharton is the answer, says Tony Wharton.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's quality.
Big up, Frank. Daryl, JK and chat, how are you doing? We're all right.
Hey, Rich.
We're all right. But, you know, I can't fucking say anything. You know, someone gets me the wrong way, unfortunately. Gordon Deal was done, to be honest, a bit more than a link, says the Midnight Talk. Recent links to players nobody really wants have been tiresome. Richard, we need a ready-made DM that can hit the ground running from the start. So you say we've got lads saying we don't need a DM. Got others saying we need it. I keep saying it. I've been saying it for 2 fucking seasons. Or 3. Who would Lee buy? Who would you buy, Lee, if you spent a day and used his shoes? Buy a new pair of trainees if I was him. I don't think he's fucking done anything, in my opinion. We got in June that August is the month we do business, says the Midnight Talker. JK, the fans don't see a problem with FSG not making squad investments because These fans have been brainwashed by FSG propaganda to believe spending money is a waste of time and top four finish is a success. Going right down, boys. Justin says, yeah, he plays football, yeah. If you had a choice of starting Jones or Morton as a number 6, who'd you be picking?
Morton. Jones can't play in the 6. He's proved that many times.
Yeah.
Jones is an 8, full stop. Jones is a number 8.
Steve says, 100% Gordon joining Liverpool this month. Newcastle won't keep an unhappy player. Gordon will force move by going on strike. And Jay says, MNX that is. I bought Anthony Latelek's shirt. What a mistake that was. Steve, Bruno Scherer, Rex Zidane, absolutely. And this is what I mean about, when you ask me about things, I always look at a bigger picture. That's the way I've always been. I like to see a good balance in a player. And there are some good players out there. I like that Andre, what I've seen of him. Because when we were first interested in it, I was ages looking at it. And I'm talking for weeks and playing different teams each week for Fluminense. And I said, this fella's good. He'd be great with us. This is when we were really interested. This is when we should have got him. We didn't.
Yeah, bad move.
Last night's game was worrying thing for me. The chances will let Arsenal create. Yeah. I can't say anything because I didn't watch it. You're right, we needed a DM, says Steve, in January. FSG did not. Should have signed Adam Morton for 18 million. You see, 18 million. Darryl Jones is only a number 8, you're right, says Steve. And Jay says, sorry Frank, them comments was ages ago when you was talking about shaving. Yeah. You see, I try to answer everyone and try to keep up with the comments coming in. And it does take a while, if you know what I mean. Downright, you're the last comment there. But, as I said before, when I brought Shearer into the equation, we all went, wow. This fella's good. I didn't. I honestly didn't. I go back to when Kenny signed, I said, this fella's great.
Do you remember when we bought Salif Jow?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Fucking hell. Yeah. And Phil Babb. Do you remember him?
Phil Babb.
Fucking hell. We've had some bad fucking signings. Con Chelsea. Puls.
Oh, Joe Cole. Jovanovic. Fucking hell.
Do you ever remember Peachnik, whatever his fucking name was?
Who?
Peachnik.
Oh, fucking Jurgen Picnic.
Yeah, whatever his name was, yeah.
Torben Picnic.
That's him, Torben. You know, so I even remember Kenny buying a fella named Jimmy Carter. You know, so I just say no, not the likes of them. Not the likes of them. I've said it out loud. I've said it then. But as I say now, I would have loved Arenasio. I would have loved him. I would have loved Ugarte. I would have loved Andre, as I said. I go back 2 years ago about Polina. Even Neves. Remember Neves? Wolves.
Yeah,
Could have
class.
been coming to us, went to Wolves.
Went to Saudi.
Yeah, he's gone to Saudi now.
Ruined his career over there now. So
I just don't know. It's just, you know, what makes me sad. It really does. Stevie says, Frank, have a look at Richard Rios. Plays a number 6, number 8 for Colombia. Quality available for 20 mil.
yeah, he's a baller, Frank.
Have you seen him play? What Steve says, Richard Rios.
Yeah, I saw him in the Copa America. Fantastic player. Without him, they wouldn't have got. Without him, they wouldn't have got nowhere near the final of the Copa America.
MNX, the old mate, yeah. Houllier has a load of kids brought over. The next big. Yeah. Cinema Pangoli. And Latala. Did you know Latala? I seen him on YouTube the other week, but you know, no one realised that he saved the life of some fella. He had a knife in the park, trying to stab people, and he challenged him, Latala. And it came out then. It said former Liverpool player, you know, it said French, former Liverpool player Anthony Latala. Saved the life of people. Well done him.
We've had some proper crap French players as well, haven't we? Not just Italian, some proper crap French players as well. Oh yeah, he worked the Giroud, the Talac, bloody the striker, Anelka.
What about Cisse?
Cisse, he was rubbish for Liverpool, I thought, to be honest. And now
He
we
was
got his son.
He was an all right player. Just an all right player.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion.
Yeah.
An all right player.
We got his son. We got his son signed up now. Prince Cisse.
And Darryl, talking facts about Richard Rios, says Steve. Yeah. And remember we bought that Alou Diarra, yeah. Alou Diarra, yeah. Remember him as well. Under Gerard Houllier, he never played any games for us. Alou Diarra. What the fuck was that all about? He said that at the time. Steve says.
You remember Bernard Diamé, Fred? Bernard Diamonde. Remember him?
Diamonde, yeah.
Yeah, Bernard Diamond. He was crap and all.
And Steve says, Frank, your favourite player was Sean Dundee. You're gonna get your little leg kicked in. No. Sean's on day. Fuck me.
Titty was my favourite player. I had a shirt with Titty on it, Kamara. The 1998 green Carlsberg shirt. Titty Kamara on the back. Yeah.
Titty, yeah.
Loved it. Loved Titty Kamara.
Titty. He said, do you know who I liked? I knew he got fucking shot at a pair of them. Both of them got shot at them. He wouldn't play them either. Christian Ziege, left back. He was great, him. And the other fella, Yari Lippman.
Oh, what a player.
And he wouldn't fucking play them. He played them one week and dropped them, didn't he? And Anelka. Do you remember when Anelka came? He was brilliant for us. And he didn't want to sign him.
You remember Riedler? Riedler was brilliant.
Yeah. John Henry. No, that's John Henry. Yeah.
Karl-Heinz Riedler.
Carlyle, yeah.
Quality.
LFC blogs. Hello, Frank. How are you? All right. Getting sold off. I got sold off before. By one of them. Cease's son is supposed to be quality, and Emileski lad being promoted to first team by Man City, I believe. There you go. What have I missed? Justin Works says, it's loads. It's loads. And Daryl's favourite player was Poulsen under Roy.
Yeah, right.
And Jay says Yari was quality, absolutely. And Ian Max says Titty was brilliant when you rewatch some of his goals again. It was super.
Yeah, brilliant player.
Absolutely. I wasn't mind Titty Kamara. And JK's favourite player was Konchesky under Roy. Fuck me. But you know, you get this. I just hope. When are we playing Man U? Is it at the weekend?
Saturday 12:30.
Saturday 12:30. Okay. So,
yeah.
I like Saturday night going into Sunday. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we fly back, don't we, immediately? If you know what I mean. You know, the next day we'll be back. Point says, it'll be this time next week where we'll be saying, have we signed anything?
I think we'll only see by next week. We'll probably see Andy Gordon. Then a week before the season, we'll get a DM in. I think. I don't think they'll get a centre back. I think they're going to go with Sepp Vandenberg. Personally.
Who brought in Andrea Veronen? I think it was Jürgen, wasn't it?
Rafa. Benitez bought in Andre Veronen.
Oh, sorry. That's what I meant to say.
I think it was Rafa.
Because it was coming up towards Hodgson, you said. And it was Rafa, wasn't it?
Yeah, Rafa did, yeah.
Jürgen. Are you going to Seville game? No. I'm not going there, Jay, mate. I won't be going to that. I'm letting our Francine and Sophia go, my little granddaughter. Steve says, all 11 is 3 quality players from having one of the best starting 11 in world footy. That is, we mentioned that before, a left back, defensive midfielder, and a striker.
Yeah, I agree.
What strikers are out there, though? You know, people talk about that Tony fella.
Yeah, I think the one from Sporting Lisbon, I think we're heavily linked with him, that Gorkarez, Sporting Lisbon. Scored 40 goals last season.
See, you know, what Steve says there, you know, 3 quality, we've got no chance of signing 3 quality players. We really haven't.
No, got Sal.
Jay says, I wish we would have bought Michael Thomas a couple of years earlier. He fucking destroyed us. And Anfield, when we only had to draw or even get beat 1-0, and we ended up getting beat 2-0, and he scored the winner, and Arsenal won the league. Never forget that, right? Sick it was. Steve says, Frank, what is your next game you're going to? I don't know. I'm being honest, Steve. I just don't know. Don't know, mate. I don't know. I might just go to cup matches this time, like I did with, you know, went to like the last cup game I went was Southampton. The blokes. What did you think of Phil? I'm sure he was our centre back in the late 90s when I just started getting old enough to understand football. It's a. Could you understand football with him playing? Found it really hard. What's football all about? With him?
Phil Babb and John Harkness. Yeah, now. And then you had John Scales and Neil Reddick.
Scales was all right.
Scales was good. Scales and Reddick weren't bad, but Phil Babb and John Harkness was total shite.
Frank, do you want to take Joey and Frankie the survey game? You can take my. Oh no, mate. I'll ring you. I'll ring you. I won't ring you now. I'm doing something Saturday tomorrow. I'll ring you Saturday. Little Joey, and Frankie. 2 Frankies going again. Good. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you so much, GA. I'll give you the ring on Saturday, mate. I'm sure it was Phil Babb, Neil Ruddock, and Mark Wright. I'm not 100% sure. Says the Liverpool vlogs. Yeah, you're right. You're right, mate. Mark Wright was do you ever remember the game where we were getting beat by Man United? Wednesday night game it was, and I was teaching, and I had a night school, and I bunked off. Phones up. I phoned a mate up. I said, "Do us a favour, will you take me?" He said, "Yeah, all right." And he went. He was a blue as well. He said, "I hope you get." I said, "Okay." But he took me class, and I went, and we were getting beat, and Neil Ruddock in the Annie Road end went off for a head and equalised 3-3, and he nearly knocked himself out because I seen the replay of it, and he was like,
"Oh yeah."
He was groggy. Do you ever remember that?
Yeah, against United.
Yeah. Wednesday night, never forget it.
Yeah.
I think that was around 93, 94 or something like that. 95.
Yeah, 94 season, because I think Nigel Clough scored twice as well.
Yeah, he did.
That day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the LFC, they would be like, Frank, what are you shouting? Yeah, what are you shouting for, my little granddaughter? Said. I suppose Frankie and Joey will go there. What are you shouting for?
Little Mo Salad. I've got little Mo Salad on my little picture for her.
Well, I've got Jurgen Klopp. I've got Jurgen Klopp. You know, a cartoon. I'm a caricature, but a caricature of Jurgen. I've got us hanging up on the wall together.
I like that picture of you, Frank.
I'm like a Liverpool player, you see. And I have another one that's just made like that, you know, on a Liverpool shirt, caricature.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant, that one of you, Frank.
Yeah. And thing is, you see, I haven't got a frame. I keep forgetting to get a frame, you know, for the one.
Oh no, Craig Clint's been here.
Wow, yeah.
That's sad.
How old is he?
50s, not very old.
Yeah. Carlyle, he must have just dropped, mustn't he?
What's it done?
Jesus. That's terrible. I opened the show the other night, my history show, and I asked her, you know those three girls? Oh, killed me, that. No, they know it's a terror. That's why I never fucking watch Western narrative. Because it's so full of fucking lies, propaganda, misinformation. And we know now it was a terrorist attack.
It was a lovely touch. Robbie Fowler and Phil Thompson laying flowers. Did you see that, Frank?
No, I didn't see it. Don't watch.
Phil Thompson.
I don't
Tomo
watch.
and Robbie Fowler.
What did you say? Do you watch
no, I saw it on BBC. Liverpool, Anfield Wrap, I think it was.
Oh, them, yeah. Well, I don't follow them either. No, well, you know, it is a great touch in Southport, a sleepy little town. Could you imagine those kids saying to the mum, "Oh, please, mum, let me go, please." Oh, okay then. Or the mum saying, "How would you like to go to a Taylor Swift dance thing?" Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was just thinking of my granddaughter, Sophia, who's 12. All right, just a little bit, a couple of years older than that. And to see the pictures of them, to see that little, I don't know what one it is, a little girl.
Yeah, the 6-year-old, same age as Austin.
She had a teeth missing. Like that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. It's so sad. On our doorstep. Southport. They were targeted. I don't give a fuck now, you know, now. But they were targeted. Go and get them. They're easy then. Go and get them. Here's a fucking knife. I don't care what anyone says. They were targeted. Those children. At a Taylor Swift dance thing.
Do you know about any of the others yet? Yeah, there was quite a few were critical, wasn't there?
About that lad Shakespeare, 60 cancer. And Jay says, saw that the other day, the Klopp caricature. I remember Leonardson and a great song, yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. He was a great player, Leonardson.
Did you see the size of that little one? Yeah, Tony. Yeah. It was like that little Olivia girl a couple of years ago. A beautiful looking girl. Bang, go. And Tony says one of those kids has 13 stab wounds. So think about it, 13 stab wounds. 13. And Frank, I wish I was in the vicinity to do something, but I was miles away. But I'd have gone straight at him. I know I would. I know you would have done, Jay. I know, mate. But they were defenceless dance instructors there, trying to save them, and they were terribly mutilated as well. Kids' activity, all kids' activities. There needs to be security on the property to stop these nutcases killing our kids. I just don't like the media. That's why I don't follow the media. I do not follow them. And I'll tell you when I stop following them. On the 16th or the 17th of April 1989, when that fucking sun came out with the tweet. And looking at all the, the news thing, and a couple of papers was agreeing with them, That Daily fucking Star was. Oh yeah, they were saying it as well. But nothing was said about them. And I stopped following the news from them. I only ever used to watch Channel 4 news until I seen a certain item in Kiev. And I always followed for years Matt Fry. And I was listening to him and I said, you. And I turned them off. That was it. I haven't followed any news items since, and I just go on to other streams because they're always fucking telling lies, misinformation. And well, what's going on today is propaganda. And they won't. Do you see what's starting? Listen, I went out with my mate. I had to go somewhere. He came down for me. And this is a 2-3 months ago. And we were travelling down, and it was quite dark, dark in the evening. And I went like that. I said, look, are they new lights? Just before the lights come on, you know what I mean? Just up. And he said no. He said that's security. They're security with the best cameras for face identification and car identification and everything. So I went, go away. He said, yeah, but they were fucking everywhere. And I mean, everywhere. All over the place. All over the roads. Everywhere. Loads of them. And I seen Starmer today. I was watching YouTube, seen Starmer today giving out his press thing, saying, about all this security and everything else. Well, it was already in place with the Tories, so he's making that fucking thing an excuse by saying, all these for face identification. Now, think about it 3 or 4 months ago, I was told about it. So they were already in place. But what I disagree with as well, I'm sorry to go on off the subject of football, but what I totally disagree with is I've been looking at comments on these streams that have been doing, and Labour's been in for 2 minutes. I never voted for her. I don't like Labour anymore. It's the first time I have never voted in my entire life since I was 18, never voted. And I'm a Labour man, or I was a Labour man. And they're all blaming Labour. I said, they've only been in 2 fucking minutes. Because of all the boat people and everything. And one fella blamed Blair. He said, oh, Blair started all this in the 80s. Fucking didn't. Wasn't even Prime Minister or leader of the party then. So they're just blaming Labour for everything. Leaving the Tories as though they're fucking saintly. Fuck's sake. So, they're blaming the wrong people. They just want to blame Labour all the time. Albeit, as I said, Labour is just fucking like them. I said, it says on the news 1 minute, not a terrorist attack, and the next bulletin they mention anti-terrorism involved 17, a kid himself killing kids. Yeah. But please, blogs, he's not a kid. He's not a kid. And, it's a big difference from a kid to a boy to a fucking killer. He's not one of these 14 and 15-year-olds who in America go around, the dad's gun and fucking shoots everyone in schools. This lad, I was always called a young man at the age of 17. 17, 18. Young lad, young man. Not a fucking boy. Not a kid. If you called him a kid, say last week, he'd have a go at. He'd have a go at. I'm not a kid. You've got to say, and the famous mental health, once they don't mention a name, you know the score. Have you noticed, when I used to watch it, a white person stabbed? You know what I mean? And once they don't mention a white person, you know that it's not a white person. And once they mention it's not a terrorist attack, why would they say that? Not a terror. Now we know that it is a terrorist attack because the anti-terrorist things are there. So he's not a fucking kid. I'm not being funny with you, vlogsy lads. Honest, you know that. You know the score, like. I'm not being funny, honest to God. If the government brought in a new law tonight that says anyone caught with a knife gets 25 years, and you do 25 years in prison, knife crimes would drop overnight by 70%. Blairites now, says Tony, absolutely, Tony, they are Blairites. But he wasn't even a leader in the 80s. He became Prime Minister. Well, he became leader after the death of John. I think they killed John Smith myself. I really do. I think he was bumped off like Robin Cook. He was bumped off him. He was a fit man. Bumped him off. Like Kelly, Dr. Kelly, he was bumped off as well. If you know who Dr. Kelly was. Weapons of mass destruction. He said there's none there. Dead. Next. Bang, dead. Sitting by a tree. Dead. Why are there so many people on these so-called rich watch list of these people allowed to stay in this country? Get rid of them, or these events will keep happening. Kids in my city that carry knives. If the law came out tonight that you get 25 years in prison, of course, with a knife, these kids said they would not carry a knife. Why are they scared of doing 25 years? You don't get life out now. Honestly, you don't. You're going to fucking jail for no TV license. Stevie went to jail for no TV license years ago. He's 18 next week, so there you go. There you go. If you're old enough to have a kid, you're an adult in my eyes. Yes, MNX. Yeah, bingo. Yeah, true that, Frank. I know what you mean, 100%. Says the blood. Cheers, yeah. You know, like people think when I speak out of turn and I'm having a go at people, and I'm not. You know, I'm just giving, because it's very upsetting. Tony 7, yeah, I know. Thank you. We know Starmer is Blair. Side bit. Slide bit. Blair the terrorist is pulling Starmer's strings. It's like Obama pulling the Biden strings. Now he's kicked him into touch and he's bringing in Kamala Harris. He's a dope. Venezuela had an election last weekend, and the Americans, as usual, didn't want. They promoted this fella named Gonzalez, and no one fucking knew him. And they're trying to say the elections was rigged. They wanted regime change from this Maduro, who was president of Venezuela, and he's done great with the economy. He's done great because he chased the Americans out when he became president in his first term. This is his third term, and they hate him. They wanted him out. And the last, not this election, but the last election, the second time he was going in for it, and he's only had to say no more fucking elections, but he won't. He's not a dictator. He's not a dictator. So he has a general election, a democratically an election. That's what he has. And when he was elected, they tried to overthrow him. Do you ever remember when there was murder there, and they had this other fella, this arsehole? No one knew him again. This other fella, he's living in Miami now, this fella. And he was trying to, it was all rigged and everything else. That was the last fucking lot elections. Now they're trying to do the same now, that it was all rigged and everything. America wants to have a look at themselves and rigging elections. Their own elections over Trump 4 years ago when Biden got in. Because as Trump said, this is rigged. This is rigged because if America doesn't like anyone, say they've got valuable resources like oil, like gold, like fertilized land. They want their resources. That's what America wants. Venezuela. They're already sanctioned. They're already sanctioned. And there's fucking Elon Musk coming out and going, oh, you know, it's all right. Fucking hell, is he talking about? How does he know? And this person, I told you who it was, and he went through everything. And he was brilliant. He said no. He said he won it fair and square. He said whoever's putting these charts up and whoever's adding up these percentages, he said they're adding 4 people instead of like those 4 people as just one. It was great the way he said it, this statistician. He was brilliant. And he won it fair and square, this Maduro. Won it fair and square. Beat this fella who no one knew. No one knew. A fella named Gonzalez. Because there's a girl, forget her name, and they were trying to promote her, and I'm talking about a couple of years ago. But the Venezuelan people found out that she was a big fraud. She was defrauding everyone. So they got fucking shut. Labour is the other cheek of the devil, says Steve. Trying to remember that we might not mention, but much of the being, better off forgotten their vlogs. Steve says Tories are the other cheek of the devil. Both parties are the devil. Yes. And he keeps on saying Americans and democracy is their hypocrisy. I don't want American democracy. They've stopped all the free speech. They've stopped everything. They've thrown woke at us. They've fucking thrown woke at. Look at the Olympic. I haven't seen one million guys. I haven't seen a fucking second of it. And it was on YouTube today. And there's this American who's saying, have a look at this. And you see this fella pretending to be a fucking woman. You know, this transgender in the ring with this Italian girl at the shoulders. And he goes in and he goes, fuck off to nap it. And he, you know, then there was another camera on. Now, he was an Algerian fighting a woman. You see, and he holds the picture, this American lad, black lad as well. He said, I just have a look at this. And you could see the hate in this Algerian's face, this transgender's face. The hate, look at. You know, at the girl, before he gives her another belt. And she just went to, she said, that's it. And she was crying. And this is fucking woke. Why on earth Paris? Remember us last year, the year before, a couple of years ago, Champions League final. Frank, American government is the biggest terrorist organisation in the world, with its Western allies, including the British government. Should have watched my show last Wednesday. I'm having another one next Wednesday. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Watch it. Nothing about football, nothing about history or anything. It's all about this, what we're talking about. Vlog says, yeah, John Scales, I'll try to think of more names. John Scales is all right. Mark Walters. He's not going to think of names. American governments with NATO. NATO's a joke. NATO is all around the world. And when I say to people, what does the abbreviation stand for? Hang on. Well, it stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. North Atlantic. Where are they? They're in the fucking South Seas. They're in the Med. They're around India. The Indian Ocean. Australians. They're around there. They're everywhere. Pacific, everywhere. North Atlantic. They've got all NATO countries surrounding Russia. What for? What for? Why? Russia warned them. Hang on a minute. You know, you're not fucking putting NATO in Ukraine. We warned them years ago. So you've got to ask. And yet they give a fella with a little, you know, he always wears a green shirt, a little t-shirt. Billions. He's the most corrupt leader in the world. But he's not democratically elected. He stopped elections. He threw his opposition in jail. He stopped all papers that opposed him. Stopped all that. Television channels that opposed him. And they're calling that fucking democracy. You get Blinken and that fucking Jake Sullivan saying he's fighting for democracy. What fucking democracy? He went into Russian churches, Russian Orthodox churches, desecrated them, and jailed the priests. Zelensky, who's worth billions now. Democracy. So America wants that democracy, eh? Or their democracy, American democracy. That vlogs. I'm not sure if these were under Souness or ever. Who's Zelensky? Blinken and Jake Sullivan. Steve, men, women should compete against each other in their own sports, and the trans freaks should start their own sports organisation. Who'd go to them? Suppose there was a trans thing, games, else I wouldn't. Where would they be else? I couldn't even think of a country where it would be held. In America, yeah, those in America, they like woke. How many you go?
I'm still here.
I was just saying, Gregory Vignall. I'm talking about. And the vlogs and Jake on Gregory Vignall. Anyway, I'm not finished on this point.
Going from talking about all this leaders and that, then someone goes Gregory Vignall.
To Gregory Vignall, yeah.
Jesus.
To corruption. Because I've always said that Ukraine is a washing machine. It launders all the money, all the billions that is going to, given by the Americans, is going back to America. All the billions of euros going to Zelensky. Goes back, it's laundered, goes back to the EU. The EU is fucking so corrupt, it's unbelievable. There was a European MEP, a woman from Poland, the other day, and was giving a speech, And von der Leyen was sitting there. Ursula von der Leyen, another phony, another corrupt phony, eh? She should be in fucking jail. Said that all along. And this girl, she turned around, she went, and yeah, she was giving us all this. Then she turned around to her, pointed at her, said, and you should be in jail. To von der Leyen. And she should. She's fucking horrible there, you know. She's having a lot. She would have a lot of. I know you're not going to believe this, but every day, 2,000 Ukrainians are being killed. And America and the EU, and this fucking country, by the way, all that we're not in the EU anymore, is allowing it. And we're giving arms to the Ukraine, and they're just getting thousands, 2,000 a day. 2,000 a day, young lads are being killed. Frank, that boxer would make a good DM for us. What boxer?
Who's that?
Military industrial complexes, Tony shareholders pushing the buttons for wars. It's where it's going. It's where it's going. Do you ever remember this Truss where she was fighting to become Prime Minister? That's where I was watching. And she went out, someone just asked her, you know, the commentator, you know, there was an audience there. She was sitting there like the household she is. And would you press the nuclear button? And she sat there, would you press the nuclear button? Yes. Like that. Watch something on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Honestly, just watch it. Watch it. And see how devastating it was in 1945. August 1945. When the Enola Gay stopped it. Now, don't forget, that a bomb dropped. There's the earth there, right? You know, the ground. There's the ground there. No, it doesn't hit the ground, you know. It explodes in the air. And it sucks everything up. And then goes down and spreads out. And then you get a big mushroom cloud that lingers for fucking years. Think about this. That was one. Then they dropped one on Nagasaki, didn't they? That was Hiroshima. Very silly. Very sick. Think about this, people. If you think that was bad, one of those bombs today, with today's technology, would destroy the whole of Japan, not just 2 cities. That's how devastating it is. Russia has a ballistic missile with a nuclear warhead that would take out London, all the home counties. And if they launched it, do you know how long it would take to get to London? And they wouldn't be able to shoot it down. It's that fucking fast. No one's got anything faster. And the Russians know this. This is why the Americans know this. This is why they don't want to fucking war with them. They just come out and say, we can't win a war with them. And they want to fight fucking China as well. Have you noticed the axis of evil? All of a sudden, you get North Korea, you get Iran, who's just been fucking targeted. And America's saying around, said, if you retaliate, we're going in with Israel. So who's the fucking boss here? Anyway, what had happened was, they just said around the Russians and said, a little ballistic missile, he won't be able to shoot down. You've got no chance of shooting it down. Would reach London in less than 300 seconds. 300 seconds. Think about it. If for it, this country, we'd be wiped out. The whole of it, the whole of the UK, wiped out. And we're on the precipice of a war. And America, I'll tell you what America did. America, when they went into Afghanistan in 2000, in 1999, 2000, they went in with a sole purpose, get this, of destabilizing the Middle East, the whole of the Middle East, so that all what we have today, and I'm not just talking about this country, I'm talking about France, Italy, Germany, Holland, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, I'm talking about all the Scandinavian countries, everywhere, all Europe, with all the immigrants coming. And it was a plan by the Americans to destabilize the whole of Europe and the Middle East, because they knew that they'd all flee coming. Well, there you have it from me tonight. I'm gonna, thanks very much. I'm sorry to go on about it, but it did upset me. It did. Everything's upsetting me. And they talk about mental health problems. Good God. And the vlog says, did your new Facebook get active again, Frank? Yeah. 4 times. We're in a couple of weeks. I was going to say, if you watched that Digging for Britain TV show at West Derby, looking for the cast, I've got pictures of it. I don't know where they are now. Taken in 1958, the aerial view, and you see the outline of the Norman castle. Is it out like that? That's why you have Castle way up there, McGull. Not McGull. West Derby. Yeah, it's good that. Yeah. No, never seen it. I'd like to have seen it. And what a chat this has been. From football to what happens at Southport, to Labour, and then Ukraine, and the bombs, to Phil Babb, Gregory Vignall, to your Facebook, and West Derby Castle. Not USA destabilised. Destabilise Europe. The vlog says, I'll try to send you the link from. So listen, Darren, I'm awfully sorry that, we went from that to this.
That's all right, Frank. Nice to hear it.
But we'll be back again next Tuesday. Don't forget. Don't forget. On Saturday morning, we've got the film and TV reviews. There are some fantastic films on YouTube at the moment. They're great. I'm surprised. They've got like 2024 films on, new ones on YouTube. Couldn't believe it. Like Abigail and what was that other one called? I said, that's just come out. That Jason Statham one, Beekeeper. There's two of them on there. Got a Denzel Washington one on, with the Equalizer. Denzel.
I've been watching Hills of Eyes at the moment. I'm on the second one at the moment.
Kalergi. What's Kalergi? Planfrank. Kalergi Planfrank. Kalergi Plan. Oh, do you mean the Schlieffen Plan? 1892, 1891. From 1886, you know, the seeds of the First World War was sown. There's always having seeds, war, and what they want to do. They just don't go in like that. There's always a seed sown years before. That's why there's always been a seed. Read up on Gaddafi, but fucking please don't read up on Western media. Gaddafi was a fantastic man, leader to his people.
Camp.
So, you know.
Frank, I've just got another one in my head. Jan Kronkamp.
He got a couple of his well in at Cardiff. Steven Gerrard scored that screamer. Carlyle reckons we'll all look like ancient Egyptians after the mass migration and mongrelization, says Tony. Wow. God, blimey, I forget who said it. I'll give you a little quote by Shakespeare. And this is Shakespeare. I'm going back to the 1500s, late 1500s, early 1600s, when he said, what an era we live in, while idiots govern the blind. Think about that. While idiots govern the blind, unquote. The great Shaky said. And another one of my favorite quotes is by the great Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Man is born free, however, he is everywhere in chains. That's what we're like. We're all in chains. Oh, Tony says, no, it was back in the 20s or 30s. God, is that, that's great, that. Try and find out, Tony, on the next one, mate, I can't do it now, who actually said that. If that the fella is, if it's that his name, Carlyle reckons. Carlyle, that's his name's Carlyle, and reckons we'll all look like ancient Egyptians. Oh, it was a plan for the Pan-Europa, pre-common markets wanted mass migration from Africa and the Middle East. Well, it's like it now, Tony. That's a crack at that, mate. That's brilliant. That's fantastic, that. Thank you. I'll have a look at that. I'll look that up. Did you know that when Napoleon, was going through Europe, he wanted all peace, He wanted peace. And he wanted Europe to be together because there were always at fucking wars with each other. And always you heard that we were fighting Napoleon. He wanted all peace. He wanted to make what we know today, like the EU. He wanted all Europe to trade with each other and be at peace. Did you know that? That doesn't get fucking mentioned, does it? Never gets mentioned. And always remember, the victors always write the stories. They're all, no wonder they all left me. They're all watching Barcelona. Fuck off. Anyway, someone tried to hack my account yesterday. Someone I know randomly sent me a message asking to accept a code via mobile. Something was a red flag. That fucking happened to me now. That fucking bastard. Tony, just type in Kalegi, thank you. Tony, thanks. I've always said, I'm a PhD by the way, and I've always said, you learn something new every day. You learn something new every day. That's fantastic. So, we'll be back on Saturday morning with the film and TV review, and the most probably football will be mentioned again, along with Denzel Washington football. We'll be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday night with the history show. I have a paranormal fella on. If you're into, I have him on. I went with him. I went with him, you know, so he said, do you want to go on this paranormal? I said, yeah, okay. Me and Jason, you know, the producer. Oh, I said, I'm going now. He said, you've already come. I said, I'm fucking going. It's horrible. It's horrible. And so next Monday, as I said, paranormal. Tuesday, we're back with the show. On Wednesday, next Wednesday, I've got thing called What's Going On, and we talk about what's going on, what we've been more or less talking about, but more in depth. And I have my guests on as well. So thank you very much for joining me. Oh, you'll be amazed up them vlogs if you're not working. And I'll see you. So thank you, Daryl, for staying with me.
Cheers, Frank.
Thank you to JK, and most importantly, a big thank you to you out there. I've already got 8 looking at me now from loads, so thank you so much. And my pop on Bands of Brothers series now. Long night ahead. I know, vlogs. So that's me now. I don't know what I'm going to. I've got to be up early in the morning. I've got this walk to do. That's lovely. Have a great night, Frank. You never walk alone. Thank you, Jay. And I'll see you whenever I see you. Hopefully sooner the better. Thank you, boys. Up the Reds. See you, Zero.